Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esa noche la última vez. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Yamila, and welcome to the most intense musical, danceable, artistic show in social media. It's a pleasure to be here with you. I'm here from my recording studio in Los Angeles, California. And today in my show, we're going to talk about Cuban culture, Cuban music, Cuban food, Cuban art, etc., etc., etc. So I invite you to stay here, to stay tuned in with me. And I hope you can enjoy, you can learn about Cuban history as well. Many people are very interested in Cuban culture, in Cuban classic cars, in Cuban cigars, in Cuban beaches, etc. Yeah, in Cuban rum too. Yes, it's one of my favorite drink. So mojito, for example. So I will say again, stay with me here to know more about Cuban country, the Cuban country. Thank you so much. Let's go to the next section with, yes, with Cuban beauty tips. It is así. Wow, in this section, my friend, in Curve Mirror, we're going to talk about Cuban women. How do they take care of herself, of what kind of products they use? Well, as you all know, Cuba has a very difficult economical situation for a long time, and Cuban women don't have any variety of creams or makeup, etc. I remember when I was a child that my mother used to use a cream called cold cream, like a thick cream for all over her face. But she didn't have any kind of eye cream or I would say makeup remover, eye makeup remover. No, not at all. They only had just one cream for everything. Imagine that. With the years, Cuban women have the opportunity to have more variety. Right now, you can find different makeup lines in the stores in Cuba. Also, you can find creams. One of the famous cream in Cuba is Alicia Alonso. Alicia Alonso was the main dancer, the main maître in the National Ballet of Cuba. And in Cuba, they created a special line for beauty for the Cuban women called Alicia Alonso, as well as perfumes. So Cuban women had to figure it out, have to create, have to innovate in with the products they had. So they use olive oil, they use mask to embellish, to protect, to take care of her skin. They used to put some honey, some kind of egg, this kind of mask. And every weekend I saw many women in my family to put on these beauty treatments. Also, I remember that a lot of Cuban women, my grandma used to tell me, you can, for example, with your towel, you can do this in your face. You just if your face is wet, you have to do this, like little pads in your face, to remove the water, but not in a rough way to use the towel in your face, because they said that it will damage your skin texture. It's very important to know that. Also, for example, my grandma taught me that you have to to clean, you have to clean this part of the body, the elbows with lemon. Yes, this part, the knees with lemon. So Cuban women had to use the natural products, the wisdom of many generations, before, because they didn't have any, a lot of creams available, a lot of makeup or information available in the market. They use products that they can get from the kitchen, and based on that, they started to create their own beauty products. This is wonderful. Right now, as I said before, in the market, in the stores, they have more variety of creams for the wrinkle, for solar products, sunscreen, many other things. Okay, but also remember that what they did, it was incredible, because they didn't have like many things available for her beauty treatment, and they could create their own beauty products with what they have, in the market, like for example in the fruit market, in the I would say in the kitchen. They prepare, with oil, with lemon, with honey, many things, to improve the skin, to improve their face texture. So, my friend, this is part of the Cuban history. Okay, this is part of Cuban women. Some beauty tips from her. Thank you so much, and let's go to the miracle diet. Yes, miracle diets, food from Cuba.
Traigo guaramo frío y dulce que de mi tierra pa' que goces tú.
Guarapón de mi tierra pa' que goces tú.
Traigo guaramo frío y
Wow, I love this section because it's food, and Cuban food is so rich. We have different kind of plates. We have different kind of products. For example, the national plate is roast pork con gris. It's like black beans and rice. We have yuca. We have plantains, mashed plantains, and I love it. I love it. I get crazy when I eat this plate, this food. When I go to Cuba. Here in Los Angeles, we can find different markets that provide these products. And, I run to the market and get for example, the malanga. I don't know how to say in English, malanga, but it's a great vegetable fruit, yes, that we used to take when we were babies. Yes, of course. We have, for example, other grains that we use in Cuban cuisine: garbanzo, lentils, also the white beans. This influence is from Spain, because Cuban cuisine have different influence from Africa, Spain, also from Italy, also from China. Yes, this Chinese immigration who went to Cuba. For example, we have the fried rice that is exquisite. We have this plate that we can have with fried sweet plantains, that is delicious. And another thing that is something spectacular, it's the tamales. The tamales, this corn vegetable, where they put pork inside, where they put different spices, where they put some mojo, and the mojo is a combination of garlic and onion. This is incredible. And another thing to mention in this section is the sweets, the desserts. And we have a lot of kind of desserts. We have from Spain the flan, we have the torrejas, we have also a Cuban dessert with coconut, yes, coconut with cheese. Also, we have fruta bomba with cheese. We have orange chunks with cheese. This is incredible. And the guayaba marmalade and the mango marmalade are also, esquisse desserts. More things? Well, okay, another day I will tell you more things, but I hope you enjoy one of these days the Cuban food in some restaurant here in Los Angeles, practicing social distancing, and you will tell me, okay, if you like it. Thank you so much, and we go right now to one of my sponsors, Fadel Brieva, one of the best realtors in South Florida. Thank you. Okay, my friends, I have interesting and little known facts about Cuba. Okay, Cuba is my native country. I was born and raised in Havana, and the moment I search on Google in Yahoo about Cuba, it comes to me a lot of things, interesting things. The origin, for example, of the Cuban drinks is incredible. We have four Cuban drinks: the mojito, that is delicious. It's a combination between rum, also lemonade, sugar, and the olive. So this is my favorite Cuban drink. And the mojito is used to be like a medicinal brew, around in the era of the Spanish War with Cubans. So they used to take the mojito and another drink called chanchambara. Yes, when you were sick, when you have, for example, a cold, they said that you're not going to be a cure 100%, but you can feel better. This is wonder chanchambara. I didn't know about this drink, and created in that era in the Spanish war against Cubans. So it's incredible to know this. Also, the Cuba Libre. The Cuba Libre is a mix between rum and Coca-Cola, and this drink was created when the Americans, went to Cuba to help Cubans fight against the Spanish, army. So, and they created the Cuba Libre because they wanted Cuba to be free from the Spanish, invaders. So that is one of the interesting thing I discovered the origin, and also Domino's is a national Cuban pastime. Domino's, we can see people in their houses, outside the house playing dominoes. This is incredible. And for example, here in USA, if you go to Miami, you can see a lot of Cuban population in the Calle Ocho playing dominoes. I love that, to see that, because they keep the tradition. In Miami, they have a lot of Cuban restaurants that are excellent. They have a lot of plates. It's incredible. You can taste great Cuban food as well. So I have to say that Cuba has one of the highest literacy rates in the world. Okay, this is very important. And also UNESCO declare many sites and buildings like yes, heritage site. Yes, yes. For example, the Alejandro de Humboldt National Park is one of them. The second one is the Old Havana. Yes, and its fortifications. When you go to Old Havana, you can see, the churches, the buildings that are so beautiful. Another important UNESCO fortification is the San Pedro de la Roca in Santiago de Cuba. Santiago, for me, is one of the most beautiful cities in Cuba. You need to visit. And for sure, to go to the La Caridad, Ermita de la Caridad, de la Caridad Church, that La Caridad del Cobre is the Cuba's patrons, okay? You know, most all of Cubans, love, adore this saint, Caridad del Cobre. I went there a few years ago, and the church is so beautiful, and the landscape, around the church is fabulous. Another place is the city center of Camagüey. When I was a child, I used to perform with my parents in their show, and I visited a lot of cities outside Havana, and one of them was Camagüey, and it's so beautiful because it has a lot of churches and has a lot of history. I love the people of Camagüey, the how well they talk. Yes, it's very incredible. The education, it's exquisite in Camagüey. Another place is Trinidad. Trinidad is a beautiful, picturesque colonial city, and it's beautiful to walk and to admire these streets with the old, stones in the streets, and to see the houses with the long windows. Wow, I love it. Another place is the archaeological landscape, and of the first coffee plantation. Oh my God, in southeastern Cuba. Wow, this is one of the UNESCO heritage site. It's incredible. And it's located in Guantanamo province. Yes, an important part of coffee plantation. Well, in Guantanamo, you can find, excuse my English, you can find the first coffee plantation, and UNESCO gave them that honor. So, and of course, Valle de Viñales in Pinar del Rio. Oh my God, this is so beautiful, so mesmerizing, incredible. And it's the location, for the world famous Tobacco is produced, Cuban cigars are one of the best in the world, Cohiba, Montecristo, um, also Romeo and Juliet, Partagas. It's incredible. Another thing, what is the flower of Cuba? It is the Cuban, the white butterfly. Yes, it's a beautiful flower, with white long petals. And the national tree is the royal palm tree. It's a beautiful, beautiful tall palm, and in the top there's a lot of, bushes. It's incredible. And the last thing, but not the least, is the Cuban people. Cuban people is so warm, so humble, so joyful, so incredible. Even though they have a lot of economical difficult situations, they most of the time they are always smiling. They are happy to be alive. They are happy to share their food, even if their food is little. But they are so nice people. They are incredible. I think one of the most important thing that Cuba has is its people. They are, incredible and spectacular. So I recommend you to visit Cuba and meet Cuban people. Okay, and let's go, my friend. Let's go to the next section, and it is sabroso and crazy. We're gonna talk about fruits, Cuban fruits. Thank you.
Dame almendra y aguil.
And sabrosa and crazy, my friends, I have Cuban fruits. Mango, 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 mangue. Yo traigo mango, bizcochuelo, que le gusta a usted. Ay, Dios mío, me gusta esa canción. I love this song. I love, for example, Cuban songs that include fruits because it's part of our culture, of our tradition to consume fruits. Yes, we are a tropical island. We are in the Caribbean. So the heat is so intense, the humidity is so intense that we need to have a lot of carbohydrate, the simple carbohydrates that are the fruits. So the king of the fruits is mango. The mango, this sweet, tasty fruit. You can get different kinds of mango bizcochuelo, mango filipino. It's incredible. I love, it's my favorite fruit. Another fruit is the mamey. It's like a brown, elongated, I would say, round ball like this, and inside it's like a nutty flavor. It's a sweet nutty flavor. It's around, the color is like yellow with brown with orange. Yes, has this color, and a lot of Cubans used to use this fruit to make milkshakes. Yes, and also mango for milkshakes. The next fruit is the guayaba. The guayaba is so delicious. I remember when I go to Cuba to eat guayaba, 2, 3, 4. But be careful, if you eat a lot of guayaba, then you're gonna have problems in the restroom, okay? Because the guayaba tend to do some kind of limitation in the bowel movement. So the next one is the coconut. The coconut, it's so popular in Cuba. They do a lot of dessert, for example, the pastry, the Cuban pastry. Also, they eat it in a natural form. They eat it like this. They do also like coconut with sugar, and they do a dessert. We have another fruit that is the guanabana. The guanabana, this green, round, elongated fruit. Yes, and inside it's white with seeds, and you remove the seeds, and then with that white mass, no, white, I would say not mass, white, I don't know how to say in English, this white, part, you can do milkshakes as well. In the milkshakes, you can do it with water also, and yes, and also with milk. It's incredible. We can combine these two products. Another fruit that we delight is the banana. The banana. So when I was living in Cuba, my grandma used to eat a lot of banana. I used to eat every day a banana, and that is the reason I keep that tradition. I eat one banana a day. Imagine that. And who likes the banana milkshakes? I do. So it's wonderful. And I love to have this variety when I go to Cuba, when the fruits are on season, but sometimes you can't find fruits because they are not on season. You just have to buy the ones that is in the market. I would say that Cuba has a lot of variety of fruits, of vegetable. We have also the green lettuce that Cubans use in the salads, with cucumbers, with tomato that tastes very, very good. Also, they use the cabbage a lot, and the green beans. Yes, yes. Also, again, when it's on the season, you can get it in the market. So, my friend, this is my humble information about what you can find in Cuba, what kind of fruits, what kind of vegetable. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much, and let's go to the dance section. You know how to dance conga? Okay, let's try. Fiesta, oye, fiesta, ay, te traigo, yo te traigo fiesta. Yes, my friends, Cubans love to dance, Cubans love to party, Cubans love to be joyful because they bring joy. You know, their personality is very open, very extrovert. They move their hands a lot and they communicate a lot with the body. You know, Cuba has created many musical rhythms and many dances. For every musical rhythm there's a dance. This is incredible. So today let's go to do the conga rhythm, and it's very easy to dance. You have to do these steps: 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. It's gonna be faster. 1 2 3, pa 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 pa. Then you can add another layer in the in the complexity of this dance. It's like this: pa 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 pa. It's very easy. You just need to practice. Another step of the conga is pa 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 pa. Go. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Where can you see the conga dance, the conga rhythm? You can see it in popular parties. You can see it in the carnivals in Cuba. Let's try it with the music, please. Let's try this movement. Let's try. You can do this. Or this. Yes. You can put the hands like that. Or this. Or like this. You can move your hands like this and also the hips like that. You can combine different steps, but it's incredible how free you can be dancing in the conga. I think the conga provides you a lot of freedom in the way how you dance. They have basic steps, but also you can create your own steps during the conga, and it's a very popular dance. You know, a lot of people, when you see videos in YouTube about the conga, they are on the streets dancing because I would say that Cubans are dancers, are natural dancers. It's incredible. Most of the people in Cuba dance. You know, imagine that. Let's go to try the You can move your shoulders like this. Like this. Pa, 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 pa. You can move, advancing, like walking, moving your shoulders, and then you can do like a line. You know, you are, hugging your friend's waist, and you can do this. 1 2 3, pa. We can see that in a lot of parties in USA too. They're repeating the movement of the conga. Yes. It's incredible, my friends, how happy people are, how joyful people are when they dance conga. Yes, because it's an upbeat music, an upbeat dance that when you dance, all your body, all your mind, it's in another happier state. So I recommend you to dance conga, to listen to conga, and let's go to a musical cut. Thank you so much.
Con mi tumbao,
De La Habana traigo un cha,
qué bueno está.
pa' bailar y gozar.
Atrévete un poco más.
Rica cha,
Es mi cha cha cha. De La Habana vengo yo. De La Habana vengo yo.
con la bimbo fuera con la gozadera. Yo te traigo un cha cha cha, pa' que baile hasta tu abuela.
Ritmo de mi Cuba bella. Pa' que tú bailes, pa' que tú goces morena.
My friends, a rhythm from my beautiful Cuba. My native country. I was born and raised in Havana, and for me it's a pleasure to share with you Cuban traditions, Cuban history, Cuban art, and Cuban music, and of course about how are the couples in Cuba. In this section, we're talking about marriage, about relationships that are very interesting. I would say that Cuban people are very open, very expressive, and you can find couples on the street kissing each others. I can't find this in USA. You know, here I think they are more restricted or they are shy, but in Cuba is other thing. They are so extrovert that if they want to kiss their partner, they do it. There's a lot of, for example, couples that are not married because they don't believe in marriage, most of them. I think they prefer to have a great relationship because they consider that signing a paper is not important. But you can find other couples that they prefer the marriage. And I see a lot of marriages in Cuba as well, of young people, adult people too, because they believe that having this union, this commitment, that will help them to succeed in the relationships. So it depends of the person, but it's incredible how we can see the great relationships with the family that most of the marriages have. And sometimes, some of them have problems because maybe they don't have like a lot of intimacy because they live in the same house because of the difficult situation about housing in Cuba. But I think they found a point of agreement, a point of, I would say, a peace a zone to live with everybody. It's incredible, but we have also um, a lot of people who have a lot of men, for example, who have machismo, and this affects a lot their relationship with women. In Cuba, women are allowed to work, are allowed to study, are allowed to vote, are allowed to many things. So when you find this kind of man that's so, chauvinist or has machismo, it's very difficult to that marriage to succeed. So sometimes, we can hear about suicides, men who abuse, um, I would say verbally, and also they do a crime as well in Cuba. Not that high like other countries, but exist. But most of the time, most of the marriages try to work together to be successful in their relationship, especially when they have children. And I would say Cuban people are so, I would say, warm and lovely and so social and so humanistic, I would say. So my friends, this is some information about how is the Cuban family? How is the Cuban marriage? How is the Cuban couple? How is the love in Cuba? Thank you so much. Bye bye. Let's go to the children's section. Oh my God, my beautiful children that I love so much. I'm so maternal since I was a teenager. When I started to see children, I was attracted to them. But right now, we have in the middle of a pandemic, we have many variants of this COVID-19 from South Africa, from England, etc. And we have, the vaccines. Right now, we have the Moderna, we have the Pfizer, etc. And recently, we heard that the AstraZeneca in Spain was not very good. So, my friends, parents are worried about children's education, children's behavior, because everybody is affected by this pandemic. We have to work, I think, more. We have to study more. We are more for sure at home. We're doing quarantine. This is not quarantine. This is 365 quarantine. Yes, because it's more than 40 days. So how can we deal with this situation with kids? I think in my case, in my personal experience, I have to bring them outside home, outdoors, to do some kind of walking, to do some kind of jogging, exercise, because our kids need to do exercises at least 30 minutes a day, at least. Okay, the ideal time is 1 hour. And adults, all the time we are at home. We're not doing exercises. We have to to do something to move our body. Why? Because when you move your body, your well-being, it'll be much, much better. You're not gonna be depressed or anxious. And kids as well, they have these kind of problems there. They are anxious and nervous because all the time they are, at home, in front of a computer doing the school. And unfortunately, because of this pandemic, a lot of kids had problems at the school. They have lower grades, and parents are worried. Right now in California, they are sending a lot of emails to parents asking if we are going to let them go to the school. Okay? If you want to let them go, for example, 2 days at the school, to let them go or not, or continuing the online education. I think we have to talk about it because we have to know how would be the distance between the teachers and the professors, even though the teachers right now are all vaccinated. Yes. So my friends, this is one of the things that I do, when my kids are anxious or nervous, or they want to stay all the time in front of the computer. I take, the computer cable and I say, let's go out. We need to go at least 3 days vacation to Vegas or to a national park, for example, or to go to the beach here in California. So thank you, my friends. I hope you're having a great time with your family and trying to adjust your family, your kids, to this health crisis. I think that we have to have a positive energy, optimism, faith, and hope that this pandemic will disappear little by little. Not at all, but little by little. Thank you so much, and let's go to a musical cut.
Con mi tumbao,
De La Habana traigo un chat,
qué bueno está.
pa' bailar y gozar,
Atrévete un poco más.
y canchar.
Es mi cha-cha-cha. De La Habana vengo yo. De La Habana vengo yo.
my friends, as a performer, as a singer, actress, dancer, TV host, I love to learn something every day. I love to read about any culture, any civilization. And today we're talking about Cuban culture and Cuban history and Cuban music and art. You know, Cuba has a fascinating architecture. In Cuba, you can find Baroque architecture, for example, in the Havana Cathedral, that it was completed in 1777. Yes. Another very common architecture style is the Moorish inspired arts, you know, the influence of Arabic architecture that Spain brought to Cuba. You know, they were in Cuba a lot of years, and they brought from Europe this kind of architecture because Arabic were in Spain 800 years. Imagine that. So you can find this Moorish architecture in arcs, in a lot of halls, because in Cuba we have, you know, a lot of heat and the sun is all the time. So this kind of arts help people to be, you know, covered, protected from the sun and also from the storms. Yes, the storms. You know, in Cuba we have a lot of rain and it rains a lot. Yes, yes. Imagine suddenly it starts to rain and wow, you have to be, you know, protected. So you can find that in a lot of buildings, this kind of Moorish inspired arcs. Another type of architecture is the neoclassical, and you can see this style in the Capitol. Yes, this Capitol, it's a copy of the Washington DC Capitol, but it's bigger. And I was reading about this Capitol, and it was something incredible that when it was constructed, they put a diamond, you know, inside the Capitol, and then I don't remember the president, and someone robbed the diamond and then it appeared again the diamond. It was something very weird, but I love to walk and to visit the Capitol. It's incredible. The stairs they use, the columns they use as well. France was again, you know, influential in Cuba's because we can find a lot of buildings in Art Deco style. Yes, Art Deco style because we have a lot of immigration as well. And we can see, for example, a lot of modern buildings that were brought by the Russians. For example, a lot of houses, three, four-story buildings, 10 story buildings. They were the architecture was from Russia. You can see that. So I love to walk and to visit and to spend hours, for example, in Old Havana. You can sit down in the Paseo del Prado where I filmed one of my video clips. And it was so beautiful to admire the, you know, the floor of Paseo del Prado, the statues, the seats. It's so beautiful. And sit down and take a fresh breeze because in Cuba it's so hot that we need to take some time to rest in the seat, and then we can continue later. But again, you know, you need to walk Havana, you to know the real, you know, the real history of Havana, to go to every building and read, you know, for example, in front of the building, when it was created, the origins, the story behind every building. Andar La Habana, Walking in Havana, was a wonderful program that I used to watch by Eusebio Leal, you know, the main person in charge of Old Havana architecture remodelation. a few years ago. So, my friends, thank you so much. And this is um, my personal information about Cuban art architecture. Please don't forget the other art, painting for Victor Manuel, Amelia Pelaez. You can go to museums and admire the beautiful paintings, Wilfredo Lam, this very modern cubist painter. So we have a lot of talent in Cuba. We have a lot of musicians, dancers, painters, um, directors, actors. It's incredible. So on a small island with a lot of talent to give to the world. So let's continue to the money section. Toma chocolate, paga lo que debes. My friends, let's go to talk about money. And money, is important. It doesn't give you happiness, but it helps you a lot. And right now, in this health crisis, economical crisis too, we have to talk about saving money. How do you save money if you have to spend in, for example, in your health? You know, how do you save money if you have to buy tires for your car, if you have to pay taxes, etc. Well, there are many options that you can save money, my friends. You can go first of all to websites like Amazon, that you can find very cheap things. You can go to another one, very popular, is eBay. In eBay, you can buy used clothes, shoes, etc. You can't buy food. Another store that I like a lot is Costco. In Costco, they sell, I would say bigger quantities of one product. This is wonderful if your family, for example, is big. So I think as a household head, we need to organize. We need to have a planification in how we spend the money. And groceries is very important because it's the way that we can spend more. A lot of people, for example, when they want to buy a computer, they go to one place and they don't check in, for example, on in internet about who is who is giving me the best price, what is the best price in the market for the computer. So every time I go to internet, I do a research, I find what is the best place for me, and then I compare prices. And then if I don't need it, I don't care about the shipping. But if you need it right away, if you are fast, you need to, for sure, what is the king right now of shipping? The free shipping is Amazon. So we have a lot of opportunities to save money. Today, as you all know, this week we are receiving the economical stimulus. So that is one of the extra money that you can save in your account. Or, for example, you can invest in your profession, invest in your business, or invest in the stock market. So, my friends, it's very difficult because we are here under a lot of promotion, a lot of publicity in social media. Even if we are in finding something, we have the attack of a lot of products because they know exactly what you like, what do you want to buy. So there's like hyper marketing, that is a very thin line that the biggest company, and not so big but also smaller companies, they pay to a company who have the information of you, and that company send the information of the brand to you, specifically to your computer, to your telephone, etc. That is incredible, and sometimes I think it's very intrusive because they know everything about us. And the name is hyper marketing. It's a problem that a lot of companies have right now because they don't have a strict laws to control this. So this is incredible. You can go to Facebook, for example, and then in the middle of Facebook, there's a lot of sponsor brands. And also they have the same product that you want to buy, that you want to search, you were searching before, and they put you in front of your face. This is incredible that they have everything from us, our our demographics, what we want, what we like. And one of the example is Netflix, for example. They know in what moment you stop the series. They know what chapter you were watching. They know what is your favorite show. They know everything. And Netflix is one of the most successful, companies right now. They are the underdog of TVs, of movies. They were revolutionizing, these companies, these big companies. People tend to use to the movies. Right now, they go to the Netflix. They are in the bed, checking, doing this in Netflix. So they are destroying the cinemas, but also at the same time, we are in a market that we can create our own business. And if it's successful, it's fine. But we have to consider that, okay? This, we have to be aware about, for example, right now, because of COVID-19, we have the option to buy food through, what is the name of the Postmates? We have Dash, we have Uber Eats, that they can deliver your food from the restaurant. And many restaurants have suffered from this problem. So the thing is that we have to adapt to the new times. We have to find ways to do our business in a way that is going to be easier for us, and that we can't lose any money or any business. So remember, don't be afraid, don't be shy. We have to adapt to this moment. It's a challenging moment, unpredictable moment in our history, in our society, in the world. So my friends, thank you so much for your presence, for your love, your attention, your support. Remember, subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Yamila Guerra Show, and the Facebook Live, also in my Facebook page, The Yamila Guerra Show. See you tomorrow at 1 p.m., okay? For English speakers, 4 p.m. Eastern Coast. Thank you so much again, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Con mi tumbao.
De La Habana